Hello, my name is Eugene. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel and you want to learn more about mobile development, programming, coding, Swift programming language, please subscribe to my channel. I post videos about mobile development and different things, different topics related to tech. And today we're going to talk about arrays. And what does it mean exactly? An array, it is a collection of different elements. It's a collection in Swift, in the programming language. So let me show you an example how to use an array. So that we have an array of numbers. So notice that we have a square bracket and we place our elements through the comma, like 1, 2, 3, etc. And each element has index. Array starts with index 0 all the time. It starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Any programming language, almost in all programming languages, array starts with index 0. And today, if you want to access data from the array, if you want to select an element from the array, how exactly we to do that? So let me show you an example. If you want to select a data or get the data from the array, let's try an element on index 2. So now, you can see that we have a variable with called number, and we call the name of the array numbers, and in a square bracket we are putting index. That is important to know how many elements, how many indices we have in our array. If for some reason our index is not there, our element is not there, our program will crash and it won't run. Let me show you an example. So now we can see that we want to change the number, but Swift, we say number array for index 5. But we have only 4 indices, four indices, and we don't have element at index 5. And Swift gives us an error that it can't run our application crash because that element is simply not there. It is important to know how many elements in your array exactly. So how do you, it is important to know how many elements in the array exactly, right? But how we actually know, how we actually find out, how Swift can let us know how many elements in the array. And it's pretty easy to use. We can use count. We can count elements in the array and find out how many elements in our array. So now we can count our elements in the array. And it shows that we have 5 elements in the array. And now we know precise number of the array, and we can do that. Sometimes we would like to know if we have a certain element in the array, how to find that out. So now look, if numbers array has element 3, contains element 3, then we're gonna print we have our number. right? So we call that contains, and that contains can actually check if our array has that number or no. Now let's see how we can add elements in our array. We can use method append and append our element to the array. We have a problem. Our array numbers is a constant. It is let. So now we can't really modify it. Now let's modify it to variable var. And now our numbers array doesn't have any problems. We can add more elements to our numbers array. Now deleting. If we would like to delete element from our numbers array, so we want to get rid of it. So how we do that in Swift? So we have a function, we have a method called remove at. And that integer provided for our index. So let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I want to remove element at index 1. Meaning I will get rid of the number 3 in our array. Remember, 3 has index 1. And that element will be removed. So now we see we got rid of our element 3. Our array is shorter. Sometimes we don't know if we really have that index or no. And like, how are we gonna do it safely? How we remove elements safely without crashing our app? So there's a better way. So now let's discuss if let, meaning if our index, it can be there, it may not be there. So if we have that element, we have that index for value 3. First index of value 3. That meaning 3 is a value. Now, if we have that, then we remove element at that index. Three, it's a value. Here, 3 is a value. It's not an index. It's really important to remember that. Now, if we want get rid of the all elements, remove all elements, how we do that? So remove all will remove all elements in our array. Get rid of the entire all values in the array. We also can find out what is the first element in the array. So that it's our first element in the array. And now we see and pretty much optional. So optional, what does it mean exactly? It means it might be there, or it may not be there. It's questionable. So, but this is how we find out the first element in the array. The same way we find out the last element in our array. So now look, last element is 10. So an array can store any value at all. It can be a string, it can be integer, it can be double, it can be whatever we want. So let me show you an example. So here is an array of strings. We also have the same indices, 0, 1, 2, 3. Every array starts with index 0, and it's the same values in the array. It can be any type we want, but indices are always going to be there, always going to be integer 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and etc. Now, it is an array of doubles. Sometimes we have to make an empty array, and in the future add more values to it, more elements, but it starts out as empty array. How to do that? So there are two ways to do that. Well, actually there are three ways to do that. So that students, it's an empty array. And if we print, it will be printing empty array. So no students, it's an empty array. So the second way is provide the colon, integer, and empty array. Like the first, we're letting our program know in the square brackets what is the type. The second, we also provide the type of the array in equals empty array equals square brackets. It's important to know what kind of type is our array is gonna have. The third way to make an empty array is that we can actually call an array and then provide a string, that it's a type of string, and open and close parentheses. I think the first way is, I use first way very often, but you can choose whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. That's your choice. So let's review. Array stores values, any values, numbers, strings, doubles, whatever we want. Arrays have indices. We can see it here. Array starts at index 0. Always. We can count how many elements we have in our array. We can select element if it's there and find out if that element is there or not by calling contains and provide our element that we're looking for. If we want to add more elements to our array, we can utilize name append. If we want to get rid of our element, we can utilize that remove at, and we have to add index. Or we can let our program know what kind of value we want to delete from our array and get that index of that value. We also can find out the first element and last element in our arrays. Arrays can store any value, strings, doubles, or anything else, any value. If you want to make an empty array, here are 3 ways to make empty arrays in Swift. We can say name equals and then square brackets. We provide what type of type. And then like the second name and the second way we provide colon, square brackets, what type of type, an empty array. And the third we say array and provide a type of the array in open close parentheses. So 3 ways to create an empty array. Thank you so much for watching.